I have owned at least one product from every generation of 𝗦𝗡𝗃 amp modeling technology, from the Kidney Bean to the Pod XT to the Pod HD, and most recently the HX Stomp and Pod Go. And one of my favorite things in the 𝗦𝗡𝗃 products has always been the 𝗦𝗡𝗃 amplifiers. The Badonk and the Pod XT and the Epic and the Pod HD were some of my all-time favorite amp models out there from any modeler, not just the 𝗦𝗡𝗃 products. And a couple of months ago when 𝗦𝗡𝗃 announced they were bringing them to the Helix family, I got excited to dust off my Pod Go and check them out. Only I couldn't find it. Let me actually show you here real quick where my Pod Go has been. So my Pod Go has legitimately been on this tripod, weighing it down. This is the tripod that has my slider on it, so it weighs it down so it doesn't wobble. Pretty horrible use of gear, if I'm being honest. I'm actually pretty embarrassed about this. Hopefully this camera doesn't fall over when I do this. So in rediscovering my Pod Go, I realized that I actually didn't like it that much. Luckily, I was able to convince my friends over at Sweetwater to send me out one of these, the HX Stomp XL. I will leave my affiliate link for Sweetwater down in the description below. It doesn't cost you anything extra and you have my eternal gratitude. Okay. Now, in the past, myself and others have been critical of the HX Stomp XL, like, why does this exist when the HX Stomp exists? But I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna go back to an HX Stomp product, I might as well try the HX Stomp XL. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna check out the new update, the 𝗦𝗡𝗃 amplifiers, my favorite amplifiers, maybe some of the new effects in here. And I also want to test out the memory on this. I want to see if there's that same limitation that there was with the HX Stomp, where once you got over a certain threshold of effects, you just couldn't add any more blocks. So that's what we're going to do today. That is the new 𝗦𝗡𝗃 Oblivion amplifier in the HX Stomp XL after the 3.7 update. It's pretty badass, dude. I like it a lot. Yeah. Something really, really cool about the 𝗦𝗡𝗃 amplifiers, you know, like the custom. I mean, look, we're living in the digital age, and I know that like the thing is to replicate all of the cool analog gear that has existed throughout time, but why? Why? You know what I mean? Like, you have this cool platform with the ability to make whatever you want, so why not make something cool like this? And I've always really liked the 𝗦𝗡𝗃 custom amplifiers that they made, even back in the day with the Pod HD Pro. I used to use the Epic amplifier, which they've also put on this now. We'll try that here in a minute, but I used to use the Epic amplifier all the time. I thought it sounded epic. Surprise. Anyways, I'm playing my Jackson American Virtuoso. There's a JB in the bridge, something in the neck. We're going to the HX Stomp XL, which, look at this. They added this cool little pop-up volume button. That's a nice improvement. I can't remember exactly how they handled that on the HX Stomp that I used to have, but I know it wasn't this. This is really cool. I mean, this is kind of like worth the upgrade. Yeah. I have this plugged into a higher power amp pedal. It won't stand up, so it's gonna be laying down for this video, but you know, if you can see it. Oh, did we just unplug something? No, there we go. And that is powering this 𝗦𝗡 4x12 cabinet that is mic'd up with an 𝗦𝗡𝗃 Electronics X1A microphone. That's what you guys just heard right now. We're also going out of the right output on this. Now, this is all 1/4" outputs on this unit. There's no XLRs or anything. Maybe that's a con for you, I don't know. But I think that this is really cool. It's very like pedalboard centric. And like I mentioned before, I used to have an HX Stomp. I really liked it. I thought it was a cool unit. Despite having to dial everything in on this little tiny screen, you know, it's fine. But you do have an effects loop on here. You have an expression pedal port if you want to plug an expression pedal into it. I just think it's really solid. It like covers all the bases for me. And did I mention the pop-up volume? So I'm running the right output out of the unit directly into my audio interface. We're gonna put one of the cab IRs that is built in to the HX Stomp XL on, and then we'll like swap back and forth in between the real cab and that cab. I'll put on the bottom of the screen which one you're listening to. That way when we're A/Bing the cabinets, you can sort of hear the differences in between like the emulated one and a real mic'd one. Okay, that's really cool. I really enjoy the sound a lot. Let's throw a boost in front of this. Not that it necessarily needs one, but just because I want to. You know, you can see how much stuff there is in here. I mean, we could go HM2 if we wanted. Actually sounds really good. Probably better than like I would get with an actual HM2 pedal, if I'm being real. But let's just do normal. Max on the level. We'll keep the tone right there. That's fine. This is great, man. This new amplifier is really, really good. Let's check out some of the others. And then I do want to focus on mostly the newer amplifier models in here. And there's one of the new reverbs that I want to check out as well. And then we're going to try and max this thing out. You know, how many things we can throw on here before it starts giving us limitations. Electric Doom. Here's the Epic. I don't know if you guys remember the badonk from back in the day, but... a little bit dark, but I'm not going to focus on that one. Let's go with this Epic. Like I said, I used to use this all the time back in the Pod HD Pro days, and I really liked it a lot. It's neat. And then we do have like the Rev stuff in here. The Rev stuff is really good as well. I liked this a lot prior to this update. Just for old timesies sake, let's do the 𝗦𝗣𝗘𝗏𝗡𝗦 purple. And we have the same controls that we have on the actual amplifier, which is cool because you can turn that aggro switch up. I'm loving the way that this thing is sounding, dude. I forgot how good the HX stuff really is. I mean, that has some chonk to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. Okay, let's check out that Bloom reverb. Remove these down, and I'm gonna add the reverb on the front side of the cabinet impulse response, since that's the way you'll be hearing it recorded through the actual cabinet. You know, apples to apples and all that. Dynamic Bloom is what I'm looking for. I mean, what are you going to say about the effects on any of the 𝗦𝗡𝗏 products? They all sound really good, man. I mean, yeah. Let's see if we can max this thing out. Oh, look, so we already don't have the polysustain. This uses Euclidean delay, and I'm not trying to make like any specific sound or anything. I'm just seeing how many things I can put in the signal chain before I start running out of, yeah, we're already pretty much there. So we can add another delay. We could add distortion, but some of the distortions are grayed out. Like you can see when you start running out of memory or CPU or whatever the thing is that you're running out of, the things that you can't use will become grayed out. So, you know, this is, like in my experience, it's the same as the HX Stomp in terms of like its capacity, but that doesn't mean that you can't get really great tones with it or anything like that. It just matters if you're making these like crazy complex signal chains, or you want like super atmospheric sort of signal chains with lots of delays and reverbs and blah, 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 you know, you might have some limitations with that, as was the same with the HX Stomp and even the Pod Go for that matter. But if you're a guy like me who has pretty simple signal chains, I mean, I'm just using an amp and a boost, and then like a cab going out of one output and then not out of the other one, so that way I can have cab IR like we explained this earlier. And you know, and then I have that bloom reverb in there, it's fine. All right, you guys, I'm really stoked to have another HX product in the studio so I can do like more shootouts and stuff in the future. If that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. And of course, if you use my Sweetwater affiliate link down in the description to buy this or anything else, it really helps out the channel and I really appreciate you. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.